want to go out there today. It hurts not to have it all. It hurts not to have it all. It hurts not to have it all. Then you look and you see others have it worse. Woo!
Aw, that's such a sweet song. So Donna, do me a favor.
Yes.
Grab your mic and come close. And you can put your guitar right in that stand right there. Yeah. Donna Susan. So,
Thanks so much for having me, first of all.
thanks so much for being here. There we go. Cool. So, Donna, how long have you been writing songs?
I've been writing songs about 10 years only. I actually got a late start when I was about 38. That's when I came together. I actually started this as a child. I had a guitar when I was 10, asked for a guitar for my 10th birthday. That lasted until about I was 15, 16.
So how many chords did you learn then, though?
Back then,
Yeah.
I learned the basic, I think 10 or 15
You don't
or so.
forget them.
Yeah, it's funny.
You pick up pretty much exactly where you stop.
And it surprises you.
Yeah.
Because I get the book out, I was looking at the chords, and then the musicians are like,
Yeah, you
you
kind of have
flash
it.
back, and you're like, wow.
Like muscle memory.
It's pretty wild.
Right. But you weren't writing then.
I wasn't writing then, and I was in summer camp playing songs like Teenager in
Right.
Love, and,
Ah.
of course, these Stills and National, just the stuff that people were
Classic.
playing in high school.
Right.
And that's what wiped me out, because there were other girls doing this, and I thought they were great. And I was just shrinking in my confidence.
Aww. Well, now you've blossomed.
And what would I have
confident.
written about back then anyway? Now I have more to write about.
So then, yeah, that's a good point. So how did these 15-year-old, 12-year-old super maniac stars, how did they have all this experience to write songs? What do you think? You think they're writing them?
Or maybe someone's writing through them from another life.
Oh, like channeling?
Yeah, that kind of thing. Or maybe they just
Do you
read a lot of
channel?
books.
Do you channel?
I do feel that sometimes. I don't
I don't
necessarily say I'm going to channel someone.
No.
But sometimes a song comes out and I'm like,
Yeah.
where the hell did that
Yeah.
come from?
I totally.
It's a cool feeling,
It
right?
is a cool feeling. I totally get that. So do you write mostly from experience or?
Just about always. Yeah, if life was great, I wouldn't have any songs.
Oh. Well.
I mean, not that life isn't great.
I
If
know.
life wasn't stressful, life didn't have challenges.
Yeah, it's not as easy to write a happy song.
No, not at all for
Do
me.
you have any?
I do actually. I do have some.
Mine are borderline.
But I don't
usually.
think I wasn't happy when I wrote it. I probably was drawing from something that was going on and then made a happy song. But I don't generally feel really happy and have to go for the papers. Usually I'm going through something and have to go for the papers.
Yeah. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up on Long Island.
Okay.
South Shore.
Okay. Do you go out there often?
Not at all.
Right. So how long did it take you? How long did it take you to admit that you came from Long Island? Did you used to lie about it?
It's funny because I graduated, I don't mind telling my age, but I graduated in 1979, so that's right where the punk rock scene all hit. So I was coming from Long Island to come into the city to go to CBGB,
Right.
to see all the, the Crayons and the Tough Darts and all these wonderful shows. And yes, back then I did not say, you don't want to talk about being in Long Island.
Right.
But it's funny how all that fades as you get older.
Because then you
It's
realize
funny.
it's not your fault.
Right.
You didn't pick it.
It's the funniest
I know,
thing how to think about it.
I-
And the hidden record collections too. As you got on, you got more into the Sex Pistols and, whatever. The Simon and Garfunkel album started to go in the back somewhere, God forbid somebody was going to come to your collection and see, like, a non-punk rock album. I mean, it's so funny, right? The things that you would do. Were you into punk? Did you used to come into the city and sneak into CBGB and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Lorraine?
Yeah, I don't, I'm just so bad. I just never care about anything I was doing. I,
So what did you like back in the day? Do you remember?
Oh God, I like the birds. I like the stones and the birds. I still do. That's my thing. And I'm sticking to it.
Stones are the originals of.
Well, I think that's where I was, and that's where a lot of us was in high school before the whole big, uprising of the punk rock scene. And listening to Neil Young, and I'm still listening to that, but I found like I kind of put them aside because there was just so much going on out there, and so many shows. And now I came definitely back around to that scene, and now it's definitely.
So who are your inspirations of today?
Of today, definitely still drawing from back then. I mean, Patti Smith Group, will always be forever. Lucinda Williams, definitely. Amy Allison.
Oh, she has a name like you, like Donna Susan.
Well, actually, Susan's my middle name, actually.
Okay.
So I do have a last name.
That might be her last name. Her middle name. Wow. Oh, did you have a cousin named Robin by any chance?
It's funny, I have a cousin, Robin, but she's married into the family. So
I grew up with a Robin. I knew a Robin Halpern.
That's so funny. She's Robin Halpern now, and I actually saw her yesterday, which is really bizarre.
Wow. It's not her, though.
Right.
Wow.
I remember watching. Mom and Dad might be watching.
Well, if you're the other Robin Halpern, I wonder what happened to you. We were like really good friends growing up.
Oh, that's really funny.
I know. Yeah, Channel Robin Halpern. Exactly. So you're also, you're a painter, is this right?
I do computer paintings. I got into the MS Paint. That's Microsoft Paint program that comes with.
So you can't get dirty painting with that paint.
What do you mean you can't get
like
dirty?
With paint, you can get it all over.
Oh, dirty! I thought you meant the different kind of dirty.
No, that you can always get.
No, right. There's no dirt. There's no.
I like kind of.
I know. I like the messy kind of stuff.
I know. I can't.
I know.
I paint a lot with nail polish. I did, and now my kids do it. Like I never even told them that. I know.
And you do it on paper or
but
anything
online. I had a cast once. I broke my leg in the '80s, and I decorated the whole cast with nail polish. And I used to always repaint pictures with nail polish. Like I don't know. It takes a long time, but it takes a long time. But during those nights when you were up for 5 days straight, like it didn't matter, like I don't know.
I remember being younger. The thing was sewing the patches on the jeans. That was my thing that would keep me up for hours. To keep busy.
Do you sew now?
Not at all.
So, when's your next gig?
I don't have anything lined up at the moment.
But I see you at shows on Saturdays.
I'm here on Saturdays.
It's the greatest open mic.
It is the best open mic, and
it is.
That's where I definitely get a lot of my inspiration, talking about who I'm inspired by. That definitely comes out of. It's a hard answer for me, a hard question, because most of it these days is really the local scene here, the people that I meet.
Such talent.
Oh, it's great. And it's great to be a part of it.
It is.
Jump into it, something.
How long have you been doing open mics?
10 years. As soon as I got my guitar, I pretty much taught myself chords and went right out and started writing songs, and really nervous. My first one was at Nightingales. They used to have this great open mic that started at midnight and went to like 4 in the morning.
Wow.
And I was on unemployment at the time. It was one of those changes in life where I got unemployment, got a guitar, started teaching myself. So it was such a cool start to be, start at midnight and go all night with these guys. And they got such a kick out of me because I was just coming in and with this new song, bumping my nose on the mic and tripping over everything, not even getting through the songs, couldn't find the D minor. But those early stages of learning with the people here that are so nurturing, it
seems like you're very well loved in that community. Like I noticed, like when you are there, everybody is so happy to see you. Well,
thank you.
Like that.
And I'm happy to see them too.
It seems like it definitely you're one of the gang. It definitely feels that way. But on our show, we do like to get a little grungy, and we want a skeleton from your closet. It is National French Bread Day. You get to christen the bread, and I have strawberry jam from Vermont that I got when I was doing rew-who up there. You get to be the first taster of the jam and bread. Tell us a good skeleton, Donna.
Unfortunately, I was, a really good girl. I had good girl syndrome, so I don't really have much syndrome. So as far as much skeletons,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I actually touched upon some of it with the hiding the records and stuff. You know, the insecurities in that age to
Yes.
to adulthood, and the things that we used to also do, which was really fun. Now, I guess it's something that
Like what?
I wouldn't really admit back then, but now, you know, maybe I shouldn't admit it now. We'd go to see the Ramones and all those shows. A lot
Are
of
you
times,
underage?
no, not at all. But you know, my girlfriend and I, like, we'd spend like
Not
all
at all.
we would spend all day like getting made up to go to the shows, and we would actually like post like a Ramones picture on the TV, and pretend they were on the TV, and kiss the pictures, and like rock out and take pictures like with them and stuff. That's kind of silly, right?
Aw, well, have some strawberry bread. Would you like some French bread?
Sure.
And this is your,
This is actually a CD I made in 2006, and I just had a lot of material, and I wanted to really just create something and record something, and it was at the time where all the software was coming out and people were doing it, you know, the whole DIY, you know,
yeah,
thing was coming into play, and I just got like Music Creator or some kind of software.
good for you.
And I just made that out of my living room. And,
Excellent. Do you have a website?
I do. It's
Find-
DonnaSusan.net.
Cool. So please
Oh,
have your
bread.
skeletal French bread, mademoiselle. And thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for
Come back
having me.
anytime. Yay! It's French Bread Day. Like us on Facebook, rew-who, and you might actually win something. We have some video of our leap year winner. It's going to be on our Facebook. Follow us on Twitter, rew-who, and we are going to be back with more fun and games on this day. Yeah. All right.
Us true. Every morning